Out there, how you doing? This is 7 Demo 7. I'm just coming up to you with a quick recap of the Legit wing. And last time I was talking about this wing, I was just finished building it and I was just going to maiden it and whatnot. So since then, I'd probably say I've had about 30 flights on this since, and I can say that absolutely nothing has gone wrong with this wing. It is strong, it flies great, it's got a great glide slope, and I would say it's one of my favorite airplanes at the moment. The one change that I've made since I actually did my first video and my maiden is I did change out the motor. I had a 1250 kV motor. I switched that out to the 1400 kV motor, and the size on this is a 2212. I really like the extra power of this motor. I went from a 9-inch prop with my old setup to an 8x4-inch prop on this. So you prop down a little bit and it just gives you that punch when you need it. It's really cool. I've got Mr. Smiley Angry Face here. He's my video transmitter. He sends me down all my video information, which is great. He's been working out great. Now, launching this wing was harder to learn than the other ones. Johnny has on his website on TeamLegit.com or the TeamLegit YouTube channel how to launch this wing, which it takes a little bit more technique than a normal wing. I have other wings like the Pop wing and the Caliber wing that really just you kind of have to turn off your brain and you just toss them and they fly. This one requires a little bit more thought, which is okay because the trade-off is it's a little harder to launch, but in the air, when it's flying, it's so much more rewarding than some of the other wings that I have. So one of the techniques is just grabbing it right about here, and it's almost like doing this kind of it's almost like pulling like the starter on your lawnmower almost. But you don't want to do any radial tosses because it's going to start flying out of your hands like this. Basically, and also I noticed launching with this motor, it just has a lot of more get up and go, and it just really wants to fly out of your hand. One thing that I added since the other video that I've done is I added a Lemon RX stabilizer in it. This makes launching about 50% easier because basically once you get it at an attitude, once it leaves your hand, it kind of wants to stay in that same attitude. If you have any torque roll or anything like that, it really helps to neutralize any of the torque roll coming out off of it. So that's just something that I prefer. You don't have to do that. One day I was going to launch it and I turned my stabilizer off and I used Johnny's technique and just flew right out of my hand and flew fantastic. So I was launching it incorrectly. So the front end of this has taken quite a few impacts. I would say I've crashed this into the nose, almost full speed, at least 10 times. And look at this thing. It looks pretty good. I've got some little hot glue hairs on here because I just did some work on it. But it looks great. Here's where I added my extra weight that I needed for the nose to keep it get it balanced out properly. So one thing that I mentioned in the first video that Johnny has gotten a couple of emails about, which I kind of regret saying at one point, was about the motor mount. And you can kind of take a look at it here. It's this little piece right here. Now I said that it didn't look great, but it was probably going to function great. So after my couple 30 to 40 flights that I've had on it, I can say that that's absolutely the truth, that it performs really well. I mean, basically there's a large piece of, basically it's a L bracket and it's slid right into the foam. Not an L bracket, but it looks like the shape of an L. And this motor mount comes all the way up into about right here, which is about 3.5 inches or so. And it is just rock solid. Hasn't failed. Now it came as a square piece of metal here, so what I did is I took my Dremel and I rounded out the edges here and I smoothed it off to make it look a little nicer. Johnny was saying maybe in the future he might actually buff and polish these and make them look nicer. One thing that I had to do was the center hole for the motor here, I actually had to drill that out a little bit bigger. It just wasn't quite big enough because when I would spin the motor, the E-clip that's in here would stay stationary, and if that happens you will actually wear out either your shaft or the E-clip and it'll break. So that's one thing I had to do. But so if that's a worry for you guys about, say, if you're on the fence of whether to purchase this or not, don't let it be, because it's not a big concern. If you're a hobbyist and you're putting together a wing like that, that is very insignificant. That just if it happens to be drilled a little bit small all you have to do is drill it out a little bit more. So it's not a big deal. So like I said, I talked to Johnny. He goes, hey man, I've gotten a couple people that have asked me about the motor mount. Is it good? Is it bad? So I just wanted to clear that up for me, and sorry for the confusion, and also for Johnny. So sorry guys. All right. So Johnny has been contacted a couple times about the paint job that I put on here, and basically this is all just Sharpie art on top of the laminate. And I talked to Johnny. We're probably going to get together and we'll actually do a little how-to video on how to put a little bit more artwork onto your wings. Wings are kind of nice because they're just a blank canvas. I mean, you can really put whatever you want on there. You can put naked ladies on there if you want, but that's basically what mine looks like. So. Just to mention to you guys, besides the artwork, so I'm about to go on vacation here. We're going to drive up the coast, up to Monterey and San Francisco, visit some friends and whatnot. And my wife's like, hey, are you going to bring any airplanes? I said, yes. And you guys know me. I have a lot of airplanes. I'm going to count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I probably have 12 to 15 airplanes. I probably have some that I'm not even counting. So, and in total I have 5 wings. So I'm going to bring one airplane, and I have to say, because of ease of launching and reliability and not having to repair anything on the road, and also the size, the legit wing is the wing that's going to come with me. So if that isn't a endorsement of a product, I don't know what is. But I have a choice of one plane, and this is definitely going to be it. This is, if I happen to crash this, I know nothing bad is going to happen because I've crashed it so many times, and that's my experience. So I probably will take a couple props with me. I have yet to break a prop on this airplane, even though I've crashed it probably a good 10 to maybe 15 times. The only thing I've ever had to do is, and this is a good tip for you guys just building these front chloroplast cheeks here. If you hot glue it directly to the laminate, it will have a tendency to break off and crashes. So what I did after the first time I did that, and I noticed that was happening, I took them both off and I cut off the laminate right where this is touching the laminate. So this is now hot glued directly to the foam, and it is a much more secure fit. Okay, so on my vacation, I'm going to be able to do some flight videos. I'll put my GoPro up here. I have no worries that even if I do crash, my GoPro is going to be super protected. So anyway, I wanted to make this a quick video. I think it's going on now for quite a long time, but so far, just a real quick recap. The 30 amp ESC is same as when I first started. The solar servos are doing great. The only thing I changed out, like I said, was the motor, and I put a couple more graphics on here. I really like what I've done here. It's a nice, simple, clean look. I like the look of the white and the green offset with the black. It's just, for me, I didn't actually like this paint job when it was up close. I was doing a bunch of stuff. I was like, I messed it up. Came back the next day, and I really like what I did. Sometimes you've got to step back from your work sometimes to see if you're actually doing a good job or not. So, okay, guys, that's the update on the Legit wing. Like I said, I'm overly impressed by this wing. Don't hesitate to give Johnny at Team Legit an email or a phone call if you happen to be here in Southern California. He will help you out. It's a fantastic wing, and all around, it's quite amazing. So take care, guys. I will see you later on my next video. Cheers.